my beautiful gemstones. Welcome to Monday. I always want to say Thursday. I don't know if it's like I want to just get closer to the end of the week. Welcome to Monday afternoon talk with myself and Ghostdragonzw. When I say it like that, like purposefully say talk, it sounds weird. I guess it always sounds like that. But, I guess so. Let me just fix myself here because I backed it up a little bit. Thank you guys for coming and joining us. I put a new ticker, so it has the Happy Monday Gemstones and www.drivecreations.com at the end there, where you can find Gemma Jade merch. We've had over 2,000 views on the site, but only one order so far. So I know that my family's waiting to get with me because a lot of them don't order online and they're going to give me the money and I'm going to order it and all that. So go and check it out. We only have a couple people in here. My Wi-Fi has been messed up because it's been just like pouring rain pretty much all weekend on and off. Let me say hello to everybody. Blue Crossroads, made it just in time. Did you find your mom and pop breakfast shop? We're going to go on a lot of amazing adventures because I love doing the same thing. I love finding the small town diners. I don't want to say hole in the wall places, but like the places that look like they would be a hole in the wall, but really they're a hidden gem. Lotus, girl. Hey, y'all. I'll be here laying and listening. Hubs in 15 days in from, we think now, stomach flu. Oh, Jesus. You guys have luck like I have. Seriously, like the minute one of you starts feeling better from something, the other one or both of y'all are something else. I'm praying for you as always, answering phones and dispatching. Well, my prayers are always with you guys. You know I love you, my soul sister. Oh, that's me. Richard Elmore, what is up? The Ghost Dragons. Chopper Morgan. Jimmy Jade. I guess we mean Gemma Jade, but don't worry, I've been called worse. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope everything's good. I've been sick and haven't been able to keep up with you, girl. You have a happy 4th of July. I will. I'm hoping to be going to my brother-in-law's cabin. It doesn't look like a cabin, but I call it the cabin because it's in a private community, is in like the middle of the woods, but it's an actual community. So there's, instead of a lake, there's a nice above ground heated pool. And it's a lot of fun and we barbecue and it's a nice way to spend time with family. I'm just hoping it doesn't rain because it's been raining here in Jersey, here in my part of Jersey for, a few days now. And I don't like the rain in the summertime. It's like, it's supposed to be nice. Chopper, it's really nice to see you. I'm sorry that you've been sick. I definitely hope you're feeling better soon or that you're already feeling better. That would be even more fortuitous. Thank you, Mike Roberts. Says, Gemma, you look amazing as always. Sorry I haven't been in contact. Phone pooed on you. Oh my goodness, not a phone poop. It's okay. I don't ever expect you guys to, I do expect some of you to check in. But just like that, just a hey, hi, because I'm very protective and I do feel kind of like a den mother to some of you guys, even though a lot of us are the same age. Donna Messenger. Hi, Sweet Pea. What is up, Mama Bear? Miss Paranormal Pixie. Good morning. It's afternoon here, but I know it's morning by you. I am dying to hear how was Roswell. Long Island Bigfoot. What's up, boo? Nicole Perrone. Hey, girl. Haven't seen you in a while. So one thing I just want to mention real quick before I bring Ghost Dragons in is you guys know that sometimes he gets tremors and stuff. He's having them pretty bad this morning. So I did offer for him to sit it out, but he said that he'll be fine. Like the more he wakes up and kind of gets moving, they should decrease. But if he doesn't talk a lot, which he doesn't talk a lot anyway, that is why he's a little bit stuttering, a little shaky. So we don't want you guys to worry about him. He's perfectly fine, except this is something that he goes through with the body Tourette's. So just so you guys know, I did not force him to be here. I did offer, although I do feel much more comfortable when he is here with me. So let's bring him in. Oh, I can't wait to hear about it. We're going to be doing that Thursday. I hope you'll be around Thursday. I'm going to make sure I'm around this Thursday as well. You're on mute. Starting off already. Here he goes.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Yeah, guys, it's been
On
a
my
pretty.
chain and said, "Come on,
I was
come
like,
on."
let's go. You think Tremors? I'm gonna let you sit out because of Tremors.
I've been too worse.
The dragon shirt, let the dude out of the basement, and the beautiful dragon cup is available at jivecreations.com. I'm still using this one only because I was too lazy to wash the other one out. I love that one. I love that design. I'm gonna actually order myself one.
It glows pretty good too.
Yeah. Yeah, mine does too, but I forget at nighttime. So I didn't really come in, as always, with too much to talk about. If you're waiting for a July personal intuitive oracle reading, I am hoping to finish them up today. And I'm doing half price for August as well. That'll be the last month. I'm going back to regular price in September in September for October. So I guess you guys do have another month. Yeah, so that's about it. Like I said, I came in kind of blank. I just wanted to spend some time with you guys and see where the chat took us. Just been spending a lot of my time writing and setting up for RJ's birthday party and all that fun stuff. Chuck E. Cheese is awesome. I'm terrified of rodents. Yeah, it was like
You're doing good there.
living hell for me, even when I was little, but way worse now that I'm an adult because that's when fear.
I'm going to text him and tell him to make sure he gives you lots of hugs.
I think I have to do. I do think I have to be like right up on him because it's my son's birthday. No, I love Chuck E. Cheese, the place. But I have this really, really, really bad fear of rodents. Like I am terrified of them more so than like demons, extraterrestrials. They scare me. Yes, Miss Paranormal Pixie and I, we're going to get together and figure it out. But she has offered once again to very generously give a special gift to. So how we did it last time, because I don't want to say anyone who orders, but if you get a half-priced reading from me, we'll do it for the month of August, right? So that's $20 to my PayPal or Cash App. What Lara did last time was it was a golden healer palm stone that she energetically charged. Lara, I believe you are a Reiki master, right? Or at least very, I know you're very good with Reiki because the Golden Healer Palm Stone that went to New England or Rhode, he won the last one. I was on the phone with him when he was opening it, and he was blown away by how it was vibrating, and it got very warm, and he was just awed by it. Chopper Morgan, no problem. I've been called worse than Jimmy. I don't get offended by that. I know how phones can be. Trust me. I have an S23 Ultra. It is the worst for recognizing what I'm trying to say. Freddy Fazbear's?
Have you ever seen the game Five Nights at Freddy's?
Oh, no. I've heard of it though.
Check it out.
Natural energy healer. Yeah, I knew there was something because I knew it just from by the way that you would speak, but the proof was in the pudding when New England Dirt Roadie got his gift. So the way that Steven and I went about choosing who won that gift and the gifts that I also gave out, which I am going to have some, I'm going to have a couple things myself, is I assigned everyone who got a reading a number, a random number generated by my computer. And then I had Ghostdragonzw pick a number, and whoever belonged to that number, that is who won the prizes. So I've heard of it.
I'm sure, little man, when I send the system to you, I'll make sure that you see where it's at, so you get. It might scare him. He's a little young yet, but a lot of little ones play the game.
It won't. Let me tell you how I know that. My son is like, I'll wake up and I'll look over at what he's watching. He watches this one YouTuber specifically plays all of these really scary video games, but they're sent in by his subscribers. or like, you know, he gets them from different people. They're not famous games. They're not games that so they're allowed to put a lot more stuff in these games because they're not professional games. They look professional and they work professionally, but they're not like a game that's been sold. You know, it's not mass produced. The person made it, like, I guess on their computer. I don't know anything about video games, and then sent it to him to play so that people would become interested. And a lot of it is really scary. And he's not afraid. I'll be like, you know, you're going to get nightmares from this. No, I'm not. The only thing that he ever gets afraid of is I tell him, why are you afraid to stay like in the bedroom when I'm down, mommy's downstairs getting your juice and he tells me it's because there are eyes looking at him through the window. So I don't ever want to just dismiss something like that, but I also don't want to play into it either. Right. So I just tell him, you know, there's probably no eyes there, buddy. And, you know, but I don't want him to grow up like I did with, you know, feeling like nobody believed me. But because it's only that one thing, I'm willing to kind of overlook it. Right. You know, there's nothing, thank God, really negative happening in the house. And he's not. So as long as it stays that way, I kind of say, oh, you know, that is scary. And then I just move on. I don't diminish his experience.
It's not a good idea.
I know he's just not a kid that makes things up like that. I'm not saying my son doesn't lie, because he's a typical almost 5-year-old little boy, but not about something like that. Like, he wouldn't just come up with that.
Not like about the lights that were hovering around when you weren't there.
Oh yeah, I'm not allowed legally to talk about that anymore publicly.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I'm not allowed. Not allowed to talk about his experiences anymore. It's okay.
But there's another game, another game called, I think it's my neighbor, about this crazy neighbor that comes to your house and stuff. It's really weird. A lot of kids play that too. If somebody knows the actual name of the game.
Long Island Bigfoot, yes. Scary Roblox game, Scary Elevator, yes, those two. And he's always like, Mom, you want to play Roblox? I'm like, no, I don't know how to play. And here's the reason I will not play. I get mad. I get mad because I'll be like exploring and like I'll be like, ooh, what's this? And he'll be like, no, you're doing it wrong. And he takes it. And I'm like, why do you got to take it every time I want it? And we like fight. So I gave up. I probably should have thought of something paranormal to talk about, but normally I just let you guys kind of do your own thing. I did want to discuss, I don't know how many of you watched it, but the premiere that I did at 11 a.m. this morning, so about an hour and 20 minutes ago. And it didn't start off as a smiley face killer video. I just found like I saw like these 3 deaths that happened in Minnesota, and I was like, that's weird. And then as I got to the 3rd case, I was like, oh gosh, this is SFK area. So that's how that started. So next week I'm going to do the rest of what I have. And 9 Child Street, is that what it's called? Blue Crossroads says, love my GemmaJadeYT t-shirt, by the way, getting a lot of good feedback. Won't mention who, Lotus. It is a great color for you. And I did think it fit really well. I liked the picture of you playing the guitar specifically. Steven, your father looked so adorable in the orange. I mean, who can wear orange? But he did. He looked great in it. But he was so cute because he was like half smiling, half scowling. Like you could tell like he'd been standing there for a few minutes waiting for you to take the picture, because I know he has like a nice big smile, and it was like slowly diminishing over time. So
I go, turn around so I can take a picture of the back. Yeah. Thank you, Long Island.
Nicole. Yeah. Go right back to it. Thank you so much, Long Island Bigfoot. I definitely appreciate that. Definitely. Nicole said, I had to stop watching to come here. I'm only halfway through. Yeah, I've been making them a little long. To make a video that long, I film for about I think I was right at 1 hour. So I only had to cut like 14 minutes out. That was a good one. But to get like through the editing process, I normally have the video filmed by Friday afternoon. I'll start editing Friday night and then I'll put it up. I'm usually done by like Sunday afternoon or whatever. So a lot of work does go into that. Even like the most basic editing that I do, it does take a really long time. So I'm glad you guys are enjoying that. More people are starting to watch, whereas my views used to be at like 60 or 70 for the longest time. Now they're more than double that. So, and people are tuning in for longer. People are still not watching the entire video by a vast majority. I know a lot of you guys do. Those of you who know me personally, or those of you who are in my streams a lot. And as long as you guys keep doing that, you really do help when you watch it all the way through. Even if like, I know some people get like, annoyed if it goes on for too long, just like mute it and put it somewhere, because if you turn it off, it really screws with my algorithm. And I've been tagging the videos more lately as well.
Yeah, what a lot of people do is they watch long enough for their light to take hold, because if you don't watch long enough, the light doesn't take hold. So they watch long enough for the light to take hold, which I watch it like 2 or 3 times and I let it play in the background.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I do. Like with my favorite YouTubers, if I have to turn it off, if it's at all possible, I'll just like mute it or turn it all the way down and put it somewhere, because to turn it off in the middle, yeah, it really messes it up. Now, I think if you stop it and go back to it, that's a different story. Or at the very least, it counts as 2 views. So that's okay. But for a while, it was people were tuning in for like 6 minutes. And that was the average view duration. And I'm like, what is going on? And then I managed to slow it down at least a little bit. And then I noticed now, I think my average view duration on a 40-minute video is like 19 minutes, which is almost halfway. And you know what? It's progress, and I'm happy with that. So,
yeah, if you watch it multiple times, Mike, it does count every time you watch it.
Yes. Yeah. I got a little bit of a delay here in StreamYard. That's why I'm seeing everything after you. But if you watch multiple times, the only person where it doesn't count multiple times is me. Like I can watch it once, but I can't watch my own video 100 times and get 100 views. It only counts for me once, which I barely even am able to watch my own videos. I might be able to listen to them as I fall asleep if I, should choose. And by that time, I want to watch my shows. So.
Yeah, and make sure you comment on that. Make sure you comment on those videos too, because that helps their algorithm.
I used to get a lot of comments, but I really I try to find time to go through each and every one of them, and sometimes it's just really hard. Don't worry about it. You guys being in here, I really do appreciate it. Long Island Bigfoot. I am going to be on Long Island Bigfoot's show soon. We're just not sure when. We're going to figure that out. But yeah, definitely want to do that.
Be in the background.
I was telling him before stream that even like when I was interviewed, especially when it's like a big interview, like with the Paranormal 60 with Dave Schrader, I was on there and I was more nervous than usual because I'm so used to now streaming with Ghost Dragons. So I kept looking, and you can see me, I'll keep looking, and I'm like looking over for him, and he's not on the screen, but I was seeing him in the chat, so that was good. Ryan, what is up, my man? That's awesome, Mike. Thank you.
I want to thank Lotus for going back and watching my Saturday video. Thank you. It was a nice time. If anybody liked the way I did that, just let me know. If you have ideas, let me know. We kind of had fun that night.
I haven't been able to watch it yet or listen to it. I normally listen to it, but you got a lot of positive feedback. I got a lot of positive feedback about it, which I always do when you stream. But Saturday particularly, I wanted to listen to because it seemed like it was...
Friday was a little tough. I was having some issues Friday night about halfway through. It was hot in the room, and the air conditioner was running like crazy. But also when the tremors get real bad, I sweat because of the pain. So I had to cut it short. But Friday nights are chill night. Just like here, we're just here to ramble and and shoot the crap forever as long as people were there. I couldn't believe one night we actually went to 3 o'clock. I was like, holy crap.
I saw that. I saw you did like a 3 hour. I was like, wow, nice. Bringing in the views. So Mike Roberts, it wasn't me, but it's funny because we lit our little fire pit on, I think it was Friday night. Maybe it was Saturday. Friday, or I think it was Saturday night. We lit the fire pit, and I have one lighter in the house because I don't smoke cigarettes or otherwise, but I light my candles and my incense with them. So I was tired of my lighter being taken, even though my husband doesn't smoke and obviously my son doesn't. But I prefer the lighter to matches. But somehow my lighter would always end up missing. So I brought a whole big box of the strike on the side matches. And the next thing I know, yesterday I'm looking to light my candle and I'm like, where's my lighter? And my son's like, oh, I gave it to daddy to light the fire pit. And I knew right then that it got left outside in the pouring rain. And he's like, oh, that won't ruin it. I'm like, you left a lighter that creates fire out in the rain. Like, yes, it will. I'm like, just find me another lighter, please. Like, it's not that serious that we have to have like this argument about it, but it was my only lighter. And I did keep it there for my candles. It was right next to the candle. And I told RJ, I'm like, next time, do not give daddy mommy's lighter. Let me know that he needs fire and I will give him some of the matches, because I had a feeling it was going to be forgotten outside. So,
well, if you pull me out of the basement and give me the right squeeze, I can start that fire.
that is true. They were having a little bit of a hard time because it was wet. But yeah, I've been talking to. It came up with a personal friend. Who, unless you guys give me permission, I don't talk about your personal life. So it came up with, I've been seeing it a lot with clients, which I don't have that many anymore, but I have a few. And then because I would take them on for 6 weeks, and then they thought that I was lifetime at their beck and call without them having to pay me again for another 6 weeks. So I lost a few people that way, but I've noticed that not only are light workers under attack, but special needs children. I have 3 friends that have special needs children, and they all are having now. Granted, 2 out of the 3 have always had issues with. What's up, Bat Mom? He's only going to be 5 next week, so Ryan, I really hope not. But yeah, even my oldest 2 sons do not. My almost 24-year-old and my 22-year-old don't smoke. My 18-year-old might a little bit. But anyway, I've noticed 2 out of the 3, their whole lives, from what I understand, have had issues with coming under spiritual attack. And one of them, it's very recent, and the mother is in absolute panic. And I have experience with removing negative and even evil entities, but it's such a big process and takes so much that to do it remotely is not easy, so I'm hoping to be able to send them the tools that they need to be able to do that. And it really kind of messes me up in my head, like, why is all of this happening? And I just wanted to bring that up because it is something paranormal that I've noticed. I would say, guys, whether you're in that situation or not, if you're in this stream, it stands to reason you're probably a light worker, whether you know that or not. I would suggest listen, you don't have to have 2 giant 16-seat Thanksgiving dinner tables filled with crystals like I do to keep yourself protected. You can have something as simple as, this is pink zebra jasper, whatever it is that you need to. This is for my own emotional balance and healing some abuse and things like that. It's not for really warding off evil, but I do have snowflake obsidian. If you could find one piece that's specific to your needs, to what you're looking for, to what you're experiencing, and wear it and invest in a selenite plate. They're about $18 one piece, and a selenite plate to charge, because I always forget about the full moon. I always forget to leave my crystals out. I've left a couple out in the sun and animals took them. I don't know if it was the bears, they play in my yard or what. But try to, what's up, Jarvis? Try to find something that you connect with. Go into a crystal shop. Okay, even if it's something like East Meets West, which I usually don't recommend because they're way too expensive. They triple the price of most things. Okay, and I don't agree with that. But see where you're led. Go to the tumblestones and see where you're led, and then look up that stone. And it's probably something that's happening in your life that you need a little help with. So I want to show you guys a couple of new pieces I got. And by the way, that yellow piece that I thought was pineapple quartz, it was pineapple quartz.
She does have bears in her backyard, Ryan. She had cubs. She had cubs up on her porch trying to eat the kids' gum one day.
Yeah, well, no, that was the corn on the cob.
Oh, okay. I thought it was bubblegum or something.
Full moon, super moon tonight. I thought July's, see, and I don't know a lot about the phases of the moon, guys. I thought the full moon was on July 13th. So, okay. This is black sardonyx. A lot of them have way more white than this. This is a very dark piece. And it's a gorgeous stone. It's actually, pretty heavy. Now, I'm a believer that the crystal should be, for maximum effect, touching you. But we've had, like, Batmom got a rash from putting a certain type of piece in her bra that I recommended. And I felt so bad because I didn't even think of the way that certain stones react with.
Well, there's metals in certain stones. And, like, I'm highly allergic to nickel. So you have to watch stone that have even traces of nickel, because it could literally kill me. So you got to just be careful.
Yeah, right. And do your research. But what you can do with something like this is carry it around in your pocket, leave it in the glove box of your car. Excuse me. If you carry a purse, put it in your purse, and it will keep you protected. Put it between your mattress and your box spring. This is Afghanistan jade. This is very, very good for warding off negative energy, evil energy. I mean, specifically evil. So this is a great piece to have. Now, something like this you can't really carry around with you. I mean, you could, but like logistically, it probably wouldn't work for most people. I would put this like right near where, your bed at night where you sleep, or put it in the center of your house. Like if you have a mantle or even a dresser or table in your living room, or, somewhere where it'll be able to absorb negative energy. But you have to remember to keep it charged. That's the thing. Howlite sphere, yes. Howlite. Howlite is actually white turquoise. And they call turquoise blue howlite sometimes, which I didn't know. And I remember I heard about blue howlite, and I messaged Lotus Girl. I'm like, oh my gosh, they have blue howlite too? And she's like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that. Yeah, we didn't know that because it's actually turquoise. A bear destroyed a bird feeder. It happens so much here that we stopped putting food in the bird feeders during bear season, because they just climb up and get it, especially the suet. They love that fat.
Yep.
Has nothing to do with this. Am I getting a July reading? I can just send you one, and then when you figure that out, just send it. I mean, yeah, because you get one every month. Yeah, I can do that. I only have a couple people to do today, and that would be the end of it. So I'll do it either today or tomorrow, and you'll have it by Wednesday or Thursday, because my Wi-Fi is not the best, and I do live in the middle of the woods. So whereas if I'm at my mom's house, uploading a 45-minute long video takes about 15 minutes, in my house, and I'm not exaggerating, it takes about 8 hours. So yeah, 8 hours to upload one video, including the readings. So
I'm going to be right back.
Go ahead. So, Mike, let me add you to my list. Mike for July. And I hope you guys are all doing well. I really do these Mondays to kind of check in and see what's up. We do them every other Monday because, like, next Monday I have my doctor appointment. This is tourmaline. I wanted to say tourmaline, but I wasn't sure if that's what it was. And that's very you're the only person I've ever known that happened to, but I definitely believe it because there could be, like Ghost Dragon said, traces of some sort of metal or something in it that you're not even aware of. So I'm going to look up these two. I was drawn to the sardonyx, right? And I looked it up the other day, but I don't remember what it said. So the science and origin. No, I don't want a secret bonus unlocked. Get away from me. Get off my screen. Okay, thank you. Sorry. Ooh, Bumblebee Jasper. That looks pretty awesome. Okay, so here we go. Sardonyx combines the grounding and protecting energies of onyx with the strength and courage energies of carnelian. Interesting. This stone helps bring out one's inner strength to move it towards accomplishing your dreams and goals. That makes a lot of sense because I'm all about manifesting and doing better and accomplishing my dreams and goals. So it should serve as a daily reminder that anything's possible in life as long as you put all of your energy and focus into it. Carnelian's a stone that will push one to stop at nothing until they get what they truly want. When naturally combined with onyx, sardonyx makes one truly believe and realize their desires are within reach. So often do we focus on the negative side of things, like how far away we are from joy, happiness, and success, that we tend to get discouraged. Sardonyx pushes one past that point and provides the mental clarity needed to continue on our life path. Mike, you may want to pick some of this up. I definitely understand now why I was drawn to this stone. And let me just look up the Afghanistan Jade. Anyone have any paranormal experiences from recently?
I've been sleeping fairly decent, but
well, wait. I was going to wait until I was done reading.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I was just going to read this first, and then I was going to ask so that we can. Effectively calms your nervous system, helps your body fight against infections, aid treatments against hypoglycemia and diabetes. Spiritual protection. Protect your mental, emotional, and spiritual health, preventing negative energies from affecting you. It disrupts the symptoms usually associated with depression and helps you face your fears. The uplifting energy released from this stone will fill you with confidence and help to focus your mind. Afghanistan Jade is also linked to dreams and your psychic abilities. When dreaming, the energies allow you to release stifled emotions. Your psychic growth is enhanced, and in turn, your ancestral bond is reinforced. Where you may have dwelled on the past, the protective shield provided by this crystal boosts your ability to accept previous events and move forward with an understanding of how they have impacted you. With the increased clarity in your mind that allows you to focus on what's important and the disappearance of negative thoughts, you'll find that other aspects of your life improve. Your enhanced foresight can lead you to make better decisions at work, helping you to reach your goals. Your success will inspire you to stretch your ambitions and set bigger challenges to fulfill. It's also a symbol of love and ensures you are surrounded by happiness. And then this little bracelet that I'm wearing here is, I was like, ooh, pink, but I had never, I didn't know pink zebra jasper was a thing. So I know zebra jasper is. Jasper metaphysical. And that's all you have to look up, the metaphysical properties of a stone or spiritual properties. Calming and grounding stone, promotes feelings of peace, joy, faith, optimism, compassion, and understanding. It heals a frozen heart and reduces fear and distrust against people, and it enhances family luck, creative abilities, and imagination. Yeah, because it brings contentment, compassion, understanding, provides courage, motivation, and determination to face challenges and solve problems. Alleviates muscle spasms and vitamin deficiencies, of which I do have vitamin deficiency. Motivates us to move out of apathy into action and helps us avoid overthinking. Yeah, definitely could use this right now. Balances masculine and feminine energies. Wow, this one does a lot. Balances the chakras and the physical, intellectual, emotional, and etheric bodies. Grounding stone root and crown chakras, unites yin and yang, darkness and light, and other opposite energies. That is definitely very interesting. Had a crystal a few years ago, don't remember the type, had it under my pillow for negative energy. It was clear, then turned dark and started turning into powder. Yes, when a crystal breaks, even if like you drop it, obviously if you do it on purpose, it probably doesn't count. But if you accidentally drop it, if it falls out of your pocket, if it starts crumbling, that means it's done what it was supposed to do. Now, for a clear crystal to fully absorb something that way, that's pretty crazy. Although I do believe it, stranger things have happened, and especially because it started crumbling, usually that happens when the crystal has done its job. So they say, you know, if a crystal breaks or if you drop it again, it's okay. That means that it did its job, and you know, it's time to move on from it. You know, you always get rid of crystals, or you always should, in running water. So like in a brook, a stream, even if you want to put the crumbles down your faucet. But if it's something that absorbs negative energy, you do not want to release it back into your home by pouring it down your drain, right? So running water, or you can bury it in the ground, bury it at a crossroads, but again, not your backyard, because you don't want to keep everything there. What's up, Jules? Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I like the little gray poofs. I got a black one, and I loved it so much. I wore it to Archie's graduation. I wore it the whole weekend. I was like, I am going to buy another one with the gray. I really love it. And it ended up being brown and gray, but it's okay. Yeah, Long Island Bigfoot. I mean, it's happened to me so many times, and just go into the crystal shop. And here's a good way to know, like, if a crystal is going to match with your energy. You can hold it like this, right? And stand perfectly still. If you move forward, you will not be able to stand still while holding a crystal. You won't be able to do it, especially if your feet are bare. And I do it with bare feet in the earth outside. But even if you just stand there, like in your kitchen, you move forward, it connects with your energy. Backwards, do not bring that crystal into your home just yet. It's not the time. And if you move from side to side, it's either or. But yeah, it's crazy because I remember rainforest rhyolite. I walked all the way into a crystal shop. I was in the mall, and I walked through the entire store directly to this crystal. And I don't remember what it was for. This was many years ago, and I don't remember what I ended up using it for. But I remember I asked the woman, what is this and what is it for? And she said, that's a rainforest rhyolite, and it does A, B, and C. And I remember crying because I was going through something that like connected with it. And that's how I knew that when they say, sometimes they really will call to you, the vibration the crystal's putting out will match the vibration of your own energy. And you connect that way. This one I'm going to send to my one friend that has a special needs child under attack, because I really feel like that's going to be, and I know that's why I bought that. I bought that 2 weeks ago, and I had no idea why I bought it, because I already have my own piece of Afghanistan jade. And the other black sardonyx is going to go to Miss Lotus Girl. Ryan, are you sure you don't have one anywhere like within, like, I mean, I guess the 30-mile radius if you drive? Because I know East Meets West is popping up in malls all across the country. And again, that would not be my first choice. But if you have nothing else, like I have nothing else where I live except East Meets West. But they gouge you. They gouge you on prices. They would probably charge like $30 for this. And I got 2 of them for like 15. So I was a little bummed that they didn't have more white in them, because they are just absolutely gorgeous with the white.
I like that.
With the white, when they have a lot of white, they actually look, you know, even more amazing. But yeah, definitely that's a good tip for how to choose what crystal you need. And if you get these obelisks, okay, you can make like points, 5 points in your room. So 1 in each corner. Obviously, this isn't, logistically, you wouldn't logistically be able to do this if you don't have something to set it on, but it can go on a windowsill. It can go wherever, and you put one in each corner of your room, and possibly one in the middle, like on a dresser. It doesn't have to be in the middle of your room, but like against the wall in the middle. And that's what I do in all of the rooms. And I find that the obelisks work best for that. Some crystals do not go well together. Believe it or not, it's a whole science. That's great, Long Island Bigfoot. I'm glad to hear it, because it really does help clear out the energy. It helps ground you. It helps lift you up. It helps so many different things. And every once in a while, even charging on a selenite plate or charging in a full moon, I do recommend saging your crystals, because you can charge them up all you want, but what's getting rid of all the negative energy and negative attachment that they're sucking down? Charging does kind of refresh them a little bit, but I'm telling you, once a month, sage all of your crystals, because you have no idea the amount of energy they're picking up. I sleep with the Lemurian starseed crystal that Be Kind gave me between my mattress and my box spring. And once a week, I sage it, because that's pulling in everything from my nightmares, from my dreams. And as a matter of fact, I had 2 nights ago severe nightmares. Saturday night, I could not sleep. And I realized I forgot to take it off the charger and put it back under the bed.
This is my favorite one. This little thing, I love this little one.
Oh, the fluorite, rainbow fluorite.
Yeah, I love this one. My son keeps trying to take this one too. He already took my Orbison toothless dragon. He came down and snuck it out. But I was saying earlier, the last couple nights that I have slept, I've had I have dreams of war. I mean, ancient wars. These crazy bloody wars, and then I wake up and I have, I don't, let's see if I can find it. I have marks like this all over me. And Sunday morning, I woke up and it looked like I had been shot by an arrow in my back. There's a little hole.
Yeah, and I definitely believe it. Hold that thought for 1 second. So, yeah, Long Island Bigfoot said, I gifted crystal necklaces for Christmas. I ended up sending out 15 pendulums by the end of the stream. I sent out boxes with crystals and things like pendulums and obelisks and tumblestones and all kinds of things. I did that too, because it's a great gift. I sent little sage pouches. I sent homemade offering mix. I sent a lot of stuff like that out for Christmas. And I send that out regularly to people who need help, even if it's just one of the sprays that I hand make with moon water, charmed crystals, and my own little ritual spell for whatever they may be going through. I tried to make a business of it, but I just don't have the resources right now to do something like that. So with all the extra inventory, and I'm still buying inventory because I love to send that kind of stuff out to people who need it. A lot of the time I'll just ask that, well, not a lot of the time. Sometimes I will ask that they pay for shipping, because sometimes I just can't. I need a Wi-Fi booster as well.
Yes,
So
it does help. I'll send you one, because I have an extra one. So when I send
okay,
something
cool.
else, I'll send it with you.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. So Ghost Dragons, you got to remember, dreams are not like, yes, it's how our subconscious works through our day, but a lot of the time our soul is traveling. Our astral body travels, and I talk about this
And
all
you
of the
know,
time.
I do all the time.
Yes, and I talk about it on many different streams. You know, our soul's astral travel. So even if you don't know that that's what your soul does when you're sleeping, it is. Even if you're not aware of it. Like, have you ever started to fall asleep, or you're sleeping and all of a sudden you just jump, like you almost jump right out of your bed or out of your seat? That's your soul being like, oops, they're waking up, and jumping right back into your body and slamming into your energy. That's what I believe. That's what I was told by spirit. And I believe my guides 100%. But you could be traveling back into different lifetimes. And maybe because we are, a lot of us in this community, on this channel even, righting ancestral wrongs and breaking generational bonds and traumas and chains and shackles. So that could be our soul's way of fixing things in the past that need to be fixed in order for us to succeed in the future. I definitely believe
Yes,
that
right.
that
Yes,
sometimes
Ryan.
that's
I'm sorry.
what we
Yes,
do.
Ryan. With swords, bows, and arrows, I constantly have a dream of a really bloody war, and I'm taking Shogun Japan during the Shogun era, and I'm a
You mean
samurai.
Saigon or
Shogun.
Shogun?
It's like
Okay, I never heard of that. That's why.
I'm in full garb, and I'm just with this samurai, just trashing everything in my path. It's bloody, and I've woken up with lines across my arms. It's pretty wild. And Chris, I believe that.
I was just typing to Long Island Bigfoot. He said the subscribers are super supportive, so when I can find a way to give back, I do. And I would say, yeah, absolutely, same here. Especially, I mean, it's usually the same people throughout all of my streams commenting on my videos in the premieres, and that's okay. And every once in a while, we'll get someone like you who kind of wanders in and then becomes a part of the group, and I'm good with that. And I feel like you guys are a big part of like my family. I've never met any of my subscribers except or people that I've met through this channel. Blue Heron, who doesn't even come in anymore. She's very busy and she's kind of doing her own thing. I met her for lunch, and Ghost Dragons. I've never met anybody else in person, but I still feel more connected to them than I do most people in my life. I feel like we are all connected somehow, and I feel like we are all brought together to be able to make a big change in the collective energy, the collective consciousness, the collective community. It's not an accident that with everything going on in the world right now, and then there's groups like us everywhere who are really trying to push out love and light and to push it push out a deeper understanding and more knowledge of what's really going on. Being a physical medium my whole life was not easy, especially having to be quiet about it. And when you grow up knowing that there really are demons attached to people, like attached to body parts, and when you grow up seeing after people have passed over and then they're in your kitchen sitting at the dinner table, that's very deep, especially for a little kid, because I didn't understand, like, why is everyone so sad that, Uncle so and so passed away? He's standing right at the bottom of that box. Like, why is everyone but you don't say that out loud because my mom's really good about shushing me before I said anything that was going to make anyone look at me any differently or think I was weird, yeah. But she understood it. She didn't see it, but she understood it. But I didn't understand. And even today, I'm very awkward with death. And that's not to say my whole life up until, I would say, my son Damien's father passed away in January of 2022. I didn't cry like when people died. Like, I didn't mourn or grieve or because I knew it was okay, because like they're right there, like they're happy and they're full of light, and people didn't understand that, and I couldn't say that. So a lot of people, even in my family, think I'm strange or that I'm very cold, and I'm not cold hearted.
I have the same problem. The only time I cried at a funeral was at my mom's, but it wasn't for my mom. It was for my dad. I cried for him, but people give me a hard time, and it's like, well, I've crossed over 5 times and back. You get to understand things, and then on top of seeing things, I I have a different outlook of death.
Right. And then you can't really explain that to people. Not to mention, I never really made a lot of close connections in my life, even like to family members. I never got close enough to someone that I felt it was my right to be upset when they passed away. Yes, I loved them because they were my family. But just because someone is blood related to you doesn't mean you have the right to make this big dramatic show when they pass away. So the Pat Mom says, yes, Gemma made me a roller that she sent me that my 9-year-old stole from me. And Long Island Bigfoot said I called them my tribe because they are family. That's what we call each other here. I always write at the end of, well, I used to at my Facebook post, #tribe, 4 to 6 months after the funerals.
Yeah, that's just it catching up with you. It just finally
sinks in because there's nothing more to do. People by that point have kind of moved on a little bit and they're not reaching out as much, and you're kind of stuck with those thoughts. You can't distract yourself as much. Yeah. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it. I have about 20,000 words to write today if I want to be able to take off tomorrow. And I have about 6 readings to do. So the Bat Mom says, I was told that jerk and sleep is your body giving you a jolt because you relax and breathing is so slow. Gemma, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, that could be a medical reason for it. Modern medicine has ways of explaining spiritual things in a much different way. But I'm telling you, at a soul level, that is what's happening. That is what's going on. Lara agrees. Crying for the ones left behind. Yeah. And yeah, Blue Crossroads said, the only deaths funerals that have ever gotten to me were in line of duty funerals. And of course, because it's so tragic. And Blue Crossroads, honestly, being an empath as you are, whether you realize it or not, picking up on all that energy from that person's family and the way that you connect with and care for people like most of us in here do, that can be what gets you, So sometimes it's not that someone is, that's why I try really hard. I don't judge because you never know. Nobody understood that about me. And I was a weirdo. I was cold-hearted. But really I was just at peace for them. I was happy that they were at peace. And I didn't know how to express that as a kid, and now I just say it. I don't tell anyone they shouldn't cry. I don't do the whole, I try not to, I do say it. I do catch myself saying it, but I try not to say, they're in a better place now. That is just not comforting to someone who wants their loved one right there. Now when I say they're in a better place now, I say it very with a lot of authority. So the person knows I'm saying it to tell them, not to offer that as comfort, but to tell them, as a matter of fact, that is what's going on. Guys, happy Independence Day. I think everyone in here right now is from the United States. Let's make it a good one, guys. And yeah, we will see you Wednesday night for Live Intuitive Oracle, and then Thursday night for some chillax and chat. I am going to do my writing, finish up the readings, and hopefully get to work on the book, because Danger at Your Doorstep, Terrifying Encounters with Black-Eyed Kids is almost done. It's almost completed. So as soon as I've been kind of breezing right through it. All of these downloads are coming to me about the BEK, and I feel like I have information and some encounter stories that nobody else has, that I have not found out there. So it's going to be a great book. And by the way, guys, I get accused of shamelessly self-promoting. I have less than 3,000, but I have less than 3,000 subscribers. I don't have, people running around talking about me all the time. I have to promote myself in order to succeed. So my book, but they would find one thing or another. It's that, or it'll be something else. I mean, whatever it is what it is. But my books, the links for the Kindle and paperback in the description box. If you want autographed copies, I have Missing the Fae Theory, about the Fae and how they could be partially responsible or somewhat responsible for the people that are randomly and strangely going missing under strange circumstances in the woods nowadays, the quote unquote missing 411 or missing phenomenon. Book number 2 is a selection of 101 short stories. A lot of them are from my life as a medium. A lot of them are famous cases. I wrote that whole thing. And then the one I just released in November, Shadow Entities, Sleep Paralysis, and Beyond, which I wanted to call shadow entities beyond the sleep paralysis demon, but the way it would have looked on the cover, it wouldn't have looked right. And I think that kind of messed it up a little bit because people now think the book is about sleep paralysis. And that's just one chapter of the book. And I don't think people understand that. And people are looking for books about shadow people. I have one. If you want an autographed copy or for anything else, personal readings, all that jazz, GemmaJadeParanormal@gmail.com. And don't forget, jivecreations.com, shop Gemma Jade merch. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Miss Paranormal Pixie. Yeah, so maybe Thursday, a little bit before stream. We'll figure it out. We'll work it out. Yeah, I will. If I'm supposed to message you later, like Blue Crossroads, I got to talk to you in a little bit. Just let me get some work done. Steven, I'll talk to you later. And the rest of you guys have an amazing holiday and enjoy the rest of your days.